Alright guys, we're down here now with Minnie for our week 1 recap. Hi Mama. What are you doing, puppy? Okay, you waking up? She was sleeping with Nori. Nori was a little sleepy for her video, but look at Minnie's waking up. Good girl. Here we go. Alright, so while I'm getting Minnie woken up here, I'm just going to go over some housekeeping real quick. Your initial confirmation email has a couple of resources in there. You've got a link to the YouTube channel where you can watch these videos. You have a link to a web page, one of our web pages that has like some handouts on there, some other resources. Also has the video library on there. So that one is important. Okay, I'm going to go through the things that we've been doing with Minnie this last week. As you can imagine though, I can't go into super detail for every single dog because then I would lose my voice. So I made this video library that goes into more detail of how we train the behaviors, why we train the behaviors, all that kind of stuff, so you can keep working on them at home. You've got something to reference that is more of like a step-by-step how to train this, okay? But I'm just kind of going to go through it all with the puppies in these videos, in these recap videos. The other thing that's in that email is a link to the Zoom, booking your complimentary Zoom lesson. Not sure if that link still works or not. I think I might have disabled it because too many people were not following the instructions. They weren't putting the code in. I had to issue refunds because it was a complimentary lesson, and I just got sick of doing that. So reach out to us. We will get your Zoom lesson booked for after your puppy goes home, or we'll probably also reach out to you guys at some point to get that Zoom lesson booked, okay? So again, if you have any questions for us or whatever, you can always just respond to that email, and we will follow up with you if you've got any questions or want to book your Zoom or whatever, okay? All right, puppy, you're crazy now. Yeah, you're awake. All right, so let's get started. Now that Minnie's awake, I'm going to put this away for a second, but we will take little play breaks. I'm going to grab some food. I've just been using cheese for this litter because this is what they want to work for, okay? So I've got my food. I've got my clicker. We're going to start by charging the clicker. Again, she's looking for food right now. Watch the video in the video library. This is going to make a lot more sense if you're not familiar with clicker training, okay? Oh yeah, there it is. I got the food. It's right here. Yeah, super puppy. Good girl. So we're going to do this like 4 or 5 times. Good girl. Ooh, yummy. What's that? Good. Good dog, yeah. One more. Great. Okay, so we did a few reps of charging that clicker. Now we're going to move into following a food lure. Let me show you how I hold the food lure, okay? So I have a flat palm just like this. The food is there. I take my thumb and I just set it over the food. This is how I present the food to the puppy, just like this. I'm trying not to hold it like this with my fingertips because that's what will get your fingers bitten. If you hold it like this, then they will lick your fingers instead of trying to bite your fingers off, okay? So once she's connected to that food, I'm just gonna move her. You can stand up, you can do it, come on. There you go, good girl. After she moves a little bit, I'm gonna click and then release that piece of food, all right? So that's what this exercise is about. Like, you can follow the food in my hand. I want the dog to stay connected to the food in my hand while we're doing food luring. These pieces are like getting to be teeny tiny, so I'm kind of like mushing some together, so sorry. Okay, so again, I'm going to show her the food. We're going to start to move that food hand. I want her to stay connected. Yay, we take a few steps. I click and release the food, okay? Let me mush a few more pieces together. And we're going to do this just a couple more times. You can also pair your dog's name with this. Following the food lure starts to teach them what their name is. Okay, so get her connected. I want her to lick the treat. Yeah, there we go. Minnie. Good girl, Minnie. Yeah, super dog. Okay, let's do one more of those. Mush that together. Minnie. Come on, Minnie. Good girl. Yeah, super puppy. Good job. All right, let's see if I can get some bigger pieces here. Oh my goodness. We also, right off the bat, teach them about a release word. Okay, so you might hear me say release word, you might hear me say reset cookie. I use those two words interchangeably, all right? And that's fine. So I'm going to show her that I have a piece of food. Oh, you submissive little puppy. Okay, I'm just going to say okay and toss a piece of food on the ground. We're going to do this a few times. Okay. So basically, I just want her to know when she hears that word okay, she can get up, she can move. Okay. She can also take food off the ground. As you can imagine, if I just drop some piece of food in the kitchen, I might not necessarily want my dog to run over and eat it. So basically this, okay, gives the puppy permission that they can get up and they can eat that piece of food. Yeah, there you go, you got it. Yeah, ready? Okay. Good girl. Super puppy. All right, let's see if she wants to take a little play break. We just did a few things in a row. Again, these are tiny little babies. Is this your toy? Do you want to play with it? Yeah, get it. Oh, there we go. Oh, big stretch. Did you see that? That was a deep stretch. Good girl, Minnie. Super dog. You want to play. Yeah, there we go. So we did charging the clicker. We did following a food lure. And then we also did introducing the reset word, okay? She likes the flirt pull. Good girl. You better get that. You see how this is a nice little break for them in between having to think? Good girl. Oh, you're gonna pounce on it? All right, in a second here, I'm gonna steal it back from her, and then we're gonna work on our next round, okay? Oh, I think she's sniffing for the food again. Yeah, you ready? All right, I'm gonna take this. Good girlie. Okay, I'm gonna grab some food. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you a hand target. It's gonna look similar to following a food lure, but it is a little bit different. So let me show you the food lure again because Minnie's a little bit of more of a submissive puppy, okay? So I want, when she's following the food lure, see how she's trying to give me a belly up right now? Like I'm about to like bend over and she's like, oh, I'm giving you belly up, right? Then I want to say, it's okay, you can get up, you can follow this food, right? So I want her to be on my food hand the whole time when we're doing the food lure, okay? This is different from the hand target, which is what I'm going to show you right now, where I do disconnect from the puppy and then I mark and feed the puppy when they reconnect with my hand, okay? So I show her the food and then I say, Minnie, touch. Yeah, good girl. And then when she comes back and reconnects with my food hand, that's when I click and give her the cookie. All right, so let's try that again. Minnie, touch. Good girl. Let's do a couple more. You can do it. Minnie, touch. Super dog. Let's do one final hand target. Minnie, touch. Good girl. Perfect. All right. So now let's work on one of our first positions, which is going to be sit. All right. So I'm going to get her hopefully connected to this food lure here. I want her to be standing up so that I can say sit and get her back into that sit position. Good girl. Okay. Then I'm going to release her out of position with that okay release word and the reset cookie. Let's try to do that again. That was good. Yeah, can we do it again? What do you think? Okay, so food. And I'm gonna get her into the sit. Good. And I'm actually feeding her, no, don't go down there. Come back up here. Yes, good girl. Okay, and I'm feeding her more than one piece of food so that she finds value in holding that position. Again, Minnie's a little bit more of a submissive puppy, so I'm like in her space. I feed her for the sit. She sees me up there and she's like, oh, I gotta go down into a down and maybe think about showing you my belly. And so I just lured her back up into the sit, said, no, you don't have to show me your belly. You can sit, it's okay. You get cookies for that. Yeah, you wanna do it again? Ready? Good girl, sit. Super, so there's one. And then look at, oh, she said I'm gonna go down into the down. Come here, come up here. Yeah, good girl. Super dog. I'm gonna feed her a couple for being up in this sit position. Good girl. Okay, get another reset. Good girl. I want to do that one more time. Minnie. Okay, sit. Yeah, good girl. Good girl. Right up here, right up here. Yeah, super. Good dog. Good girl. Hey, okay. Great job, Minnie. So for her, holding that sit in an upright position is actually a little bit of a confidence booster for her. You pull a toy out and she's like, crazy lady. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the mat. Yeah, you crazy lady with your toy. Are you cute little baby? I'm going to show you the mat, which is going to turn into a stay type behavior. It's going to be like a place if you're familiar with place. But it's not going to look anything like a stay today because these are 9-week-old baby puppies and we have to build it, okay? So she's going to come over. She gets 4 paws. Super puppy, good girl. And I'm going to feed her similar to the sit. I'm going to feed her a couple pieces for being on the mat, and then I'm going to release her off, okay? Ready? Okay. Good girl. Super. We're going to move the mat. We're going to do it again. See, they got a pretty good idea already that we want them to be on the mat. Good girl. Oh, you're so brave, Minnie. Okay. We're going to take another play break after we do this one more time. Jeez, I'm dropping cheese all over the place. Okay, how about over here? Come here, sweet baby. Yeah, there we go. Good girl. Super dog. Okay. All right, let's give this little break. Let me pull that toy back out. Oh, where's your toy? She's like, I love to play. Yeah, I'm not a submissive lady when I got my toy. Let me get it. Good girl. Oh, she's so sweet. Get it, Minnie. Wow. All right, we got one more round of things for me to show you. Oh, I didn't mean to smack her in the face like that. With the flirt pole, what I like to do is just kind of like flirt it around on the ground, right? So they chase it, and then I let them catch it. But it's kind of like on a bungee, so sometimes you don't mean to, but it might kind of smack them in the face. She didn't care. She was like, let me get it. All right. We got one more round of things to show off, and then we'll play again at the end, okay, Minnie? All right, so let me grab some more food here. Actually, I'm going to get her dressed in her harness next. Oh, boy, I think you're going to be the extra small. These puppies are going to grow fast, though. Come here, I'm going to pick you up. Can I pick you up? Oh, yeah, there we go. That's a good girl. All right, so these are like the step-in style harnesses. I believe that Lisa sends the puppies home with one of these harnesses. I find it easiest to get them dressed by picking them up like I just did with Minnie, getting their front feet through the holes, putting the Velcro strap on, and then finally doing the clip. And you see that, no fuss, no fight. And set that puppy down. Good girl, right? And then she's dressed in her harness. And you want to make sure she's okay to move around a little bit. These puppies have been fine with their harnesses. They've all been really good. Yeah, good girl. Okay, okay. Good job, baby. Okay. All right, so this next thing that I'm going to do, I don't have a video of this in the video library because it's something that I added to week 1 more recently. Next week I'm going to show you how we teach the puppies how to go into their crates on cue. And I was finding that sometimes they were a little hesitant to step on the crate tray without any bedding on it. So I just like to pull this out in week 1 now and just lure them to get feet on there. This is good for socialization. Okay. Good girl. Yeah, there you go. So almost like the mat, like right now I could click her for putting feet on here, for being brave and putting feet on. Here, turn around. You can do it. Yeah. Good girl. It's so funny how they act so awkward at this age. They just don't have all their motor skills yet because they really are just little babies. Which is also why they could be hesitant to walk on different types of surfaces and things, but that's why this is part of the socialization process, because if they don't learn now that they can, then it is something that they could like carry with them and sort of fear for the rest of their life. I know maybe you've known or met dogs that are like afraid of slippery surfaces. And it's just because they probably weren't exposed to them in a way that was confidence boosting to them when they were young. Or they had no experience with them at all. Good job. Good puppy. Okay. Great. So let's be done with that. Next week we'll do more with the crate. You'll see that. I got one more thing to show you here. We got her in her harness. We got her walking across that slippery surface. She didn't care about that. I'm now going to show you some handling exercises. I'm not going to use the clicker for these exercises just because I need both of my hands. Instead, I'm going to use the word yes as our marker for these handling exercises, okay? So I'm going to show Minnie that I got the food in my hand and just kind of lure her to hold still up here. Then I'm going to take my other hand, I'm just going to pat her from her head down through her tail, yes. And now when I say yes, I'm giving her the cookie, okay? Then I could work on handling specific body parts. So we can work on ears. Yes. See how I pick up and sort of gently massage that ear? Yes. Good baby. Good girl. We could do this with feet. Yes. Good girl. So not like super long duration right now. I'm literally just picking up her foot. Yes. Massaging it gently. Giving her a cookie. And I think, especially for a dog like Minnie, who's a little submissive right now, which is just a personality type. It's not anything like bad. She's just like, oh, I'm a little baby and you're a big human. Please don't hurt me. Like, that's just her personality. It's okay. These handling exercises can also be super confidence boosting for them, because she's learning that like being handled by people isn't something that's scary. It's something that actually gets her cheese, right? Yeah, good girl. So we can also take this hand, bring it underneath her belly and sort of support her like this. Like this is how the dog is usually restrained at the groomer and the vet, by taking their hand and sort of putting it under their belly to get them into that stand position if they need them to stand, which they often do. We can bring our hand down and gently manipulate that tail, yes. And all these things, right? I'm not pulling her tail, I'm not pulling her ears, I'm gently manipulating, gently massaging. We can do similar, yes, with back feet, okay? This is so good, Minnie. Wow, you are so brave. Yes, good girl. Super dog, all right? So you don't have to go crazy with these things. Like I usually just do like each body part one time. Maybe I kind of lift them up into that stand position with their hand, my hand under their belly like once or twice, right? Okay. And then give the dog a little break. We don't have to do these things like 15 million times in a row. Just a few times. We're pairing it with food. We're creating confidence in being handled, because she's going to require a lifetime of grooming and veterinary care, and also for this breed, very regular grooming care, like every 6 weeks grooming care, okay? So Minnie did fantastic. She did great for everything. She certainly loves the flirt pull. I love a flirt pull because I don't really have to do too much. I just gotta stand here, and then we can flirt it around, and we can get a lot of energy out from that puppy. Chasing, pouncing, biting. Good girl. She loves it. All right, so if you got any questions, please just shoot us an email. You can respond to that confirmation email that comes into our inbox. Reach out if you want to get your Zoom lesson booked, or we'll reach out to you at some point. But we will see you guys for week 2. All right, Minnie, say bye-bye. She's like, I'm too interested in my toy.